Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
For exclusive podcasts and more, sign up at patreon.com/partnersincrimemedia.
This week's Law & Order Marathon winner is Carolyn Duffy from Lakeland, Florida. Carolyn will get a marathon decal showing she watched 26.2 hours of her favorite crime show. To be next week's winner, sign up at lawandorderpodcast.com.
I'm Kevin Flynn with Rebecca Lavoie and Jon Gregory, and these are their stories.
You think you know who did it, but you don't know who did it. Law and order, law and order, law and order. It's no ordinary police procedural, baby. It's the FNOG of police procedurals, baby. Law and order, law and order, law and order, law and order. These are their stories, these are their stories.
Welcome to the 200th episode of These Are Their Stories.
Shit.
What do you like
I'm
shitting
just so
about?
surprised. I didn't know.
I kept it a secret. These Are the Stories is the podcast about network TV's most enduring crime franchise and the real-life cases that inspired their shows. I guess we're the most enduring podcast.
I think
about
that
the
might
most
be,
enduring
yeah.
crime franchise. I'm Kevin Flynn. Each podcast, we break down an episode from either Criminal Intent, SVU, or Original Recipe. And today, we're looking at Special Victims Unit, Season 17, Episode 10, Catfishing Teacher.
Hot for teacher happens everywhere.
Right, but when the teacher follows through...
That's rape.
Joining me to do just that is true crime author and the host of Crime Writers On and Netflix's You Can't Make This Up podcasts. It's Rebecca Lavoie. Hello, Rebecca.
Kevin, I am bouncing at my knees with excitement to be on this show.
And that is a reference hopefully we'll get to later. And rounding out the panel is our special guest, the winner of the These Are Your Stories contest, Jon Gregory. Hello, Jon.
What's up? What's up, everybody? So thrilled to be here. Absolutely. I didn't even realize this was going to be the 200th episode as well. So feeling absolutely blessed. Yeah. Okay. Well,
the pressure is on. By the way, there's like hundreds of people who are like listening in, wondering if they would be better than you. So
listen,
no pressure.
I want to give a shout out to I wrote her name down. Now I can't remember it because I didn't write it down on the piece of paper in front of me. But the woman who did it several years ago, I think it was 2021.
Briley O'Connor, yeah.
She was incredible. She was the total package. She was funny. She knew the lore. And when you guys had like really deep conversations about the justice system, etc., she had stuff to say about that too. So, because I went back to see, I was like, I remember it being an okay episode. She was really, really good. So I feel like I have some big shoes to fill just based off that alone.
You absolutely do. So I'll just say that for those who don't recall the contest, we asked people to write in, answer a questionnaire about why they would make a great guest. I'll say there were sort of three big themes, Rebecca.
Yeah.
We had lots of people who were just big fans of the show. Yep. Right? We had
ours or the show,
well,
like it would cover.
Law and Order or Special Victims or whatever.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that were academics.
Okay.
Or found ways to use Law and Order and SVU as a touchstone for some of their professional work.
Yep.
We had a lot of people who write fan fiction.
Ooh.
Now, no one does like any Kevin Rebecca fan fiction, but it's always... Yeah. And then we just have someone who's just on his own, Jon Gregory. Jon, among the things that you told us, says that you have a rap song where you reference Olivia Benson.
That's right. I have a song called MC People Magazine where I talk about a lot of different celebrities and stuff. But there was a lot of my writing comes out of my real life. And one time, many years ago, I was talking to a woman in a bar, and I said that I had a crush on Mariska Hargitay. And this was around the time of her classic like pixie cut. So I'm thinking like season 3, season 4 era. And she was like, I don't know. She kind of looks like a boy to me. And I was like, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. So my line in the rap song is, Law and Order, SVU. Olivia Benson can get it, dude. I don't give a damn what you say. She don't look like a boy. I ain't gay. Thank you. Probably wrote that in like 2004, so it's a little dated at this
like
point.
Yes,
but
it really holds up, John. Really holds up.
This is one of John's hot takes. Ready, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Stabler's mom is the new baby Noah.
We haven't, you guys haven't talked too much about OC on this show, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. She's a plot device that I'm not really into.
She'll wander into the street, absolutely.
I know.
She'll eventually swallow a quarter and get kidnapped.
Great actress, though. I mean, we're talking like one of
legend.
America's greatest actors, right?
One of the few actors who has won an Emmy Award for their appearance on Law and Order.
I know. That's hard to do on this pile of steaming crap.
Seriously.
Yeah,
you know what I was going to say? I'm so embarrassed. I was going to say Cloris Leachman. Ladies and gentlemen, Cloris Leachman. It's the person. It's Ellen Burstyn. Bursting at the seams.
All right, Jen, tell us about your Tinder date where SVU came up.
Oh, my goodness. Sometimes I just feel a little too open, I guess. And this was actually we were just messaging on Tinder, but I was so excited to match with this girl. We'd had a class together years before, and I just couldn't believe that we had matched, and everything was going great until I just waxed poetic about how much I loved the characters on SVU and how I felt like they were friends of mine. And every time I watched the show, it was like hanging out with my friends. And I never heard back from her after I said that.
She's like, good luck with your podcast.
She's telling the story right now where she's like, so I matched with this guy on Tinder. I had a class with him, and then it turns out he thinks that he's best friends with fictional rape cops.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
I mean, I suppose I should have picked Friends as the show where I was actually friends with the stars. But it's the rape cops. It's the rape cops.
Absolutely. So, John, of all the franchises, which two cops are your favorite Law and Order detective team?
Favorite Law and Order detective team.
So I'm going to go with Finn and Benson. And the reason why I choose them is because they have what I feel is just the most enduring, like, actual friendship. Like, those two really have each other's backs, like, really solidly. And it's because they don't want to fuck each other.
Yeah. And she'll readily approve his overtime. And who is your favorite prosecutorial team?
Favorite Law and Order District Attorney Prosecutorial Team.
I'm a Barbara guy. I'm a Barbara guy through and through. But I really wanted to think about a team that resonated with me. And so this is going to be a little dated as well. But what got me into Law and Order was Mothership. I started watching in around 99, and I was really obsessed with McCoy and Carmichael. I had a big crush on Angie Harmon. I didn't remember that she had like some pretty serious conservative politics because I went back and I was like, yeah, let me read a little bit about Abby Carmichael. And I was like, ooh, I don't remember all that stuff. But I remember her just being, really cute, and, Sam pretty much in his prime right there. And yeah, that's what really got me sucked in. But once I discovered SVU, I was pretty much just an SVU guy.
Yeah, by the way, Abby Carmichael never had a boy's haircut.
No.
All right, now let's take a look at the first half of this episode. Special Victims Unit, Season 17, Episode 10, Catfishing Teacher. Just a note, due to a two-part season opener, some streaming services list this as Episode 9. So no, we're not wrong. Hulu is.
I thought you were going to do the disclaimer about fictional detectives and fictional victims and fictional slutty teachers. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, I love it when you guys add that.
Look, it's episode 200. If your loins have not been girded by now, you need to A, stop watching SVU, and B, stop downloading this podcast. All right. So, English teacher Phoebe Barnap is the high school doorknob. Everyone gets a turn. She's having sex in the car with Trevor at lunch. She's having sex with Jordan in the supply closet. The only member of the wrestling team she has it done with is equipment manager Zach, but he's been getting racy photos on his phone and a secret invitation to be David Lee Roth over Christmas break. But after getting into a dark car, Zach vanishes.
Zach said his father bought him a ticket, but he never texted me when he landed. Then Cole didn't answer my calls.
So Cole had no contact with Zach either?
No. When he finally answered his cell, he said he'd just flown in on a red-eye with his girlfriend. He's a pilot. She's his third flight attendant.
Did you see Zach leave? Did he pack a bag?
His duffel bag is gone, and his toothbrush.
Tutuola and Sergeant Dodds learned that the pics came from a burner phone, and Miss Barnap has a reputation for coming on to students. In a race to find Zach, they learned the teacher is in a Vermont B&B with a young man, but it's not Zach, just a former student that she eloped with. She admits to doing Travis and Jordan, who says that he wasn't into it. He says he shared the dirty pictures and confided in his wrestling coach, Donald Brzezinski. Did the coach catfish his equipment manager with the photos? Creasy, Finn, and Dodds raid Berinsky's home and discover creepy photos of teens, but no sign of him or Zach. Former student Nate says Brzezinski has a cabin somewhere in Pennsylvania. That's where the squad arrests him and finds Zach drugged up and in the coach's bed. All right, so the last time we saw Rollins, it was a close-up of her face as she's hemorrhaging in a delivery room, and we think she's going to die. And this episode opens up with her and Creasy pushing little Jessie in a baby carriage, and no mention of it at all.
She's fine. She's
just
fine.
moving on.
Proving once again, no one cares about women's health care.
I got this.
It's okay.
Hey, come on, that's a good girl, Jessie. Oh, no. Shh. You say the secret is you gotta bounce from your knees. They love that.
Yeah, I guess this is where they really plant the seed of her falling in love with Creasy, though, because the camera really stays on her for quite a long time as Creasy's, bobbing the baby around, and Rollins realizes that this is going to be her future baby surrogate baby daddy.
Yeah.
They plant the seed, but then doesn't she go on to have a baby with someone else?
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to fuck that guy one whole child in 5 years from now.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's right.
But he's good with the baby. He knows how to bounce from the knees. Burps. By the way, they go bounce. So they start from saying, we're going to bounce from the knees. And they go cut right to the car. That's a rockin'. So don't come a knocking. Because Travis is bouncing from his knees. They're clearly having fun with this teacher banging the boys motif here. After one tryst, someone tells Travis that he missed lunch.
You missed lunch. Save you some.
No need. I already ate out.
He already ate out.
He
is stoked too. He's got that little sheen of sweat on the back of his neck. He is pleased with himself.
Guys, they said 8 out on television. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was so excited for the writers of this show that they got away with that. It was amazing.
They really enjoyed that.
Well, how about this one? Then the teacher comes on to Jordan, and her line is, please come to the supply closet because I need a ream of paper.
I need a ream of paper from the supply closet. It's on a high shelf.
I have ream in all caps written on my notes. So yes, that was not lost on me.
People are like, I think the censors at NBC are just asleep at the wheel.
I'm still stuck at 8 out. I'm sorry. This is all I could think about the whole rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta say, that teacher, could not get enough.
It was amazing.
Like lunch should be okay, I'm good for a couple of hours, but it's man, I just,
where's Huang to do that analysis? That's all I wanted. And I kept expecting Huang to be like, okay, so we need to have a talk, and then we're gonna have the scene where he was like, so she has a syndrome from the DSM that requires her to fuck people every 45 minutes. It just never any explanation for it. She just likes to fuck young people.
She is really relishing it.
She is. But they said, decided to they're not going to talk about the FBI guy, but she definitely did bring in Wong.
Bring in Wong. He's on roll. Bring it Wong.
Do you mean bringing dong? Is
Dong,
that
wong, I don't know. It's 200 episodes.
She got it in.
She got it totally in.
And she got it in again.
So Finn goes to Zach's mother's house with Mike Dodds, or as I like to call him, Sergeant Redshirt. And
R.I.P.
Yeah, and while they're
Poor
questioning the mom, she says,
"Shouldn't you be checking every hospital, every morgue?"
We're getting to that, ma'am.
Don't patronize me. That is what Cole does. He thinks I'm overreacting.
"No, you're not overreacting. You're overacting.
Yes,
but not overreacting."
She was bad, right? She was a bad actress because I have that in my notes too. She was bothering me.
Yes. And at that moment, the ex-husband walks in and says, "Because you always do." Overreact.
Timing is everything, right? Rebecca, what is everything? Ask me, what is everything?
Kevin, what is everything? And by the way, how the fuck does that guy still have a key to her apartment when they're divorced?
He just waltzed in, didn't he?
Hey, he had the password to his son's DMs. He's got the key to the ex-wife's house. He probably has the teacher's panties, too. I mean, he's just got everything.
Yeah, that guy's unstoppable. It was good casting for that guy, too. He looked like such a prick, though. That guy had like the ultimate prick face.
Pilot face.
Yeah, he's the kind of airline pilot who's like, I could have done better than Sully. Fuck Sully. What a hack. I would have put it down in the East River. Okay. So the photo is just the mystery woman's cleavage, and they believe it's a teacher. To get an ID of who she is, they go to the principal's house, and they find him in his underwear, wearing a Santa Claus hat, surrounded by women in their underwear, waiting for pizza. And this is exactly how I imagine my principal on his Christmas break.
How much I owe you?
Actually, we're NYPD.
That's how I know you guys.
Mr. Bernstein, principal of River Park Charter High School.
Yeah, but I'm on vacation. Why don't you go call the pizza place? See what's taking so long.
This high school is fucked.
Oh my God.
It's like Dangerous Minds at this high school, except it's the teachers and not the students.
Yeah.
And they send in like the earnest student to clean things up, and the earnest student does the Dylan competition. My favorite thing was how Carisi was so disgusted by the sagging inflatable Santa on the teacher's lawn.
That was the only thing deflated in that house.
He said have a cow. Did you say have a cow?
Yeah, my dad would have a cow if he saw that Santa sagging like that.
The flaccid Santa.
My sisters would be so insulted.
But I love that we get to add that to the Carisi lore, that his family is the kind of family that A, has inflatable Christmas ornaments, and B, make sure they're tight. They got to be tight. Inflatable Christmas ornaments.
This neighborhood, I got a lot. My dad gets up on that ladder with the staple gun. It's gotta be 90-degree angles all the way around. All the way around.
You know, his dad has a little clips.
Yeah. He doesn't use the clips.
That's why he's such a fastidious attorney, man. You know, that boy was raised right. We agree Carisi was raised right. That boy was raised right. Yeah.
So the principal.
Sorry, Kevin.
That's all right. They're showing him the photo of the boobs. He's like, I'm not sure. I don't know. There's no way that guy did not know whose tits those were. Right? Of all the teachers, he's like, well, I don't know. It could.
Yeah, been a lot of turnover. Got a lot of young people. Like, no, man. Yeah, that he could recognize that set for sure.
Yeah, you might be like, well, maybe I recognize the necklace. It's like, fuck no. You just know. You're a creeper. You definitely have looked. I mean,
those are sex workers, right? That he's with? Because they said that they recognized the cock.
Yeah.
She had been in a previous episode about like 3 or 4 episodes earlier. So when you said I recognize you guys, yeah, that character had actually been in a previous episode.
Way to go, Dick Wolf, rehiring people as usual.
I got to say, it occurs to me that actress had to show up a day before shooting so someone could take pictures of her boobs.
Yes.
Just over and over again.
How do you know
so
it was
they
her
can put them
boobs?
up in that giant PowerPoint.
How do you know that it was her boobs?
Because we see later on the PowerPoint, the blowout, the larger photo was of her on her like Instagram in a bikini top, which is also great for a high school teacher. And they just zoomed right in.
Are you sure they didn't just say, send us one of your headshots where you're in a bikini?
Nope. Nope.
I love that stuff. I love the accoutrement of making an episode. Like exactly what you're saying. Like she came in and they took some funny photos, and some graphic designer or some intern had to write all those fucking text out, to have all her little text. By the way, did y'all notice the one that said an apple for the teacher equals a cherry for the student?
Oh, bam. Well, I'll tell you, that teacher does hold the Law & Order record for slinging the puss. Remember, the whole squad gets in a car and drives to Vermont so they can walk in on Miss Barnap riding cowgirl in the largest bed and breakfast ever constructed in the Green Mountain State.
That's right.
NYPD, nobody move.
What the hell?
What's going on?
Get out! Where's Zach?
What, who? How old are you?
He's 21. He's my husband.
Your husband?
Yes, we eloped Friday night.
Not their jurisdiction, by the way.
No.
No, they just barnstormed that whole shit.
By the way, they never walk in on two people who are supposed to be having sex, right? They only ever walk in on people who are not supposed to be having sex.
That's right. That's very true.
Yeah. What do you think Bob Newhart thought of them raiding his bed and breakfast?
Someone's got to clutch the sheets. Hey, I got 2 words for you, horny teacher. Deadbolt. All right, we have a couple of Hey, It's That guys.
Hey, it's that guy.
Can you tell me the name of the actor playing Assistant District Attorney Kenneth O'Dwyer?
I'm aware, but right now Zach is missing and he's the priority. If she wants a deal, she'll get one.
I can tell you who it isn't. It is not Sean Patrick Flannery. It's not Sean Patrick Flannery.
No, it's not. Rebecca, who is it?
It's Oh Captain, My Captain, Robert Sean Leonard.
Exactly my note. Captain, My Captain, best loved as the ill-fated Neil Perry in Dead Poets Society, and his 8 seasons as Dr. James Wilson on House. Or
on
in
House.
On House, yeah.
He's into House.
Yes, in the house. Dans la maison in France. You can see him right now as Reverend Forte in The Gilded Age, the show America Loves to Hate.
Never saw that either.
So Robert Sean Leonard was quoted as saying, I don't want to be the lead guy. That's too much work. He said about his...
Me too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
He says, like on House, he says, I lean in the door and ask Hugh Laurie, hey, what do you think about egg salad for lunch? And then I get 2 days off in a row. That was actually what Belzer said about SVU. He'd love it. He'd get like 2 lines and he's off.
Love the ambition.
Kate Beckinsale said that Robert and Keanu Reeves saved her on the red carpet in Cannes in 1993 when the crotch of her bodysuit popped open on the red carpet.
Wow.
Yeah, she said that she grabbed the front gusset, whatever the fuck that is, and they grabbed the back one, and I'm supposed to be thankful to them?
Yes.
I feel like you get in trouble for grabbing the front gusset. I don't know. That sounds sketchy to me. Don't touch a gusset without permission.
I can't it's like telling me to envision the color mauve. I have no idea, no reference.
She was wearing just a bodysuit? She's wearing just a bodysuit.
She had like something on top or whatever, but it went fling, fling, fling like a shade, apparently.
Is this when she was starring in those like movies that were like those like werewolf movies or whatever they were?
No, it was before that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're still with like werewolves versus vampires and shit.
Underworld, yeah. She wearing all like latex.
Yeah, with the guy from Felicity was in those too, Scott Speedman.
It was like, let's do Sling, but as a chick.
Dude, shout out to the color mauve, though, man. That's a deep cut.
Guys, it's mauve. It's mauve.
That's
hate to break
why.
it to you.
Oh, now I know what it looks like. Shut the fuck up, Rebecca.
It's a dusty pink.
It's a dusty. Hey, we've got a Hey, It's That Girl.
Hey, it's that girl.
Who's the actress playing Phoebe Barnap?
Jordan came to me a month ago upset. He was having a hard time performing. He was feeling inadequate. I reassured him that he wasn't.
Okay, so I don't know her name, but I knew what I knew her from.
Okay, let me give you her name. That's Kelly Barrett. She's had roles in Dynasty, Younger, The Punisher, and I Just Want My Pants Back.
And As the World Turns.
What was she in As the World Turns?
She was the second actress to play teenager Maddie on As the World Turns.
She was on As the World Turns for 6 episodes.
No, but she was she was on for like 2 years.
It says 6 episodes.
She was on for 2 years. She was the second. She was like 2009, 2011, Maddie.
Wow.
Yeah.
On As the World Turns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rebecca, do you watch all the soap operas or just General Hospital?
No. I watched As the World Turns very, very devotionally. I now watch General Hospital devotionally and Young and the Restless occasionally, because Young and the Restless is just LinkedIn, as one of our listeners put it, and he was correct.
So Kelly Barrett has also appeared in the miniseries Fosse Vernon, playing Liza Minnelli.
Wow.
She prepared for the role by slapping a busboy. So who's that playing Zach's overacting mom?
Oh, now you get here.
This is ridiculous, Serena. Why would I take Zach over Christmas? It's the busiest travel time of the year.
You took him last year. Oh, wait. Before you had the girlfriend.
Serious?
Don't know.
That's Missy Kreider. 2 Law and Order appearances. She played the waitress who was the muse to Naomi Watts in Mulholland Drive. Sexy.
Yeah, very sexy.
Yeah. She was nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award, which are the Dollar Store Emmys.
Hey now!
For her role on the CBS School Break Special, which are the Dollar Store ABC After School Specials.
Okay, that's true.
She was Jenny in Love in the Dark Ages, in which Tom Everett Scott from That Thing You Do gives her chlamydia.
Nice.
She was engaged to actor James Woods in the 90s, but they were never wed. They met sitting next to each other on a plane to Vancouver. They were both going to star in the same TV movie called Jane's House. He was to play newly widowed Paul Clark, and Missy was to play his daughter.
What?
Yes.
That's so James Woods right there. I mean...
It is. She was 20. He was 47, in case you're wondering.
Ew.
Yeah. He's a classic creep.
Even when he was young, he was like one of those people who was born old. Like baby James Woods. You just know he looked like James Woods. Yeah.
Can you give me the name of the actor playing our victim, Zach?
Dad, it's me. Look, Mom's on the warpath about your girlfriend again. So it might be a better holiday if you just ignore her when she calls.
Okay, that's Ted Sutherland. He'd go on to play Percy in The Walking Dead World Beyond, so I know Rebecca never saw him.
Yeah. No, I hate zombies.
Yeah, I don't even know. I've never even heard of that show. That's just like a spinoff of a spinoff at this point, it seems like.
Yeah, but good for him, though. He also played Simon in the musical drama TV series Rise. It was NBC said, hey, what if we did Glee, but with none of the fun and songs no one's ever heard of?
Sounds like a winning combination right there.
Hey, did you recognize the actor playing wrestling coach Donald Brzezinski?
No, but he looked an awful lot like that serial killer. What's his face? John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, shit.
Would have been a great cast for that.
He looks like an actor that plays coaches all the time. Like people get typecast as cops, people get typecast as bad. He looks like he's always like going like, come on, guys, fucking go hard in the paint.
Coach face, resting coach face.
He comes from a broken home. Neither of his folks wanted him over the holidays, so he ran away. And if I hadn't stumbled upon him, God knows what could have happened.
That's Michael Gaston, 9 Law & Order Universe appearances. He's most recently been in Fleischman is in Trouble and The Good Lord Bird, along with recurring supporting roles in Chicago PD, Blind Spot, Power, Treadstone, Strange Angel, The Leftovers, and The Man in the High Castle. He was also unforgettable in the series Unforgettable. Michael was a member of the negotiating committee for SAG-AFTRA in their recent strike. He sent a very controversial email to union members urging them to take the studio's final offer. He said, I'm not fucking around here. Which worked.
Resting coach face, am I right?
Then he blew his whistle.
Exactly. So name the actor playing reluctant booty call, Jordan.
Yeah, okay. I showed Coach Brzezinski the sex in the photos. He said he'd put an end to it.
That's Alberto Resende. He's firefighter Blake Gallo on Chicago Fire.
Oh, my God. No one watches that.
Dick Wolf does.
I know it's like a show that like everybody watches, probably like in the top 10 every week or whatever. But like, I don't know anybody who watches.
It's like
show.
It's like Chicago Tuesday or whatever. They've got like I don't know the order, but there's like Chicago PD, Chicago Med,
Chicago Dairy.
Patha is on one of Chicago Dairy.
The Chicago universe is massive.
Yeah.
Chicago McDonald's.
Yeah. Before that, Alberto was the awkward vampire in Shadowhunters.
What's that?
I don't know. He's like his teeth didn't come in right. I don't know.
The face you made when you said Shadowhunters makes me want to watch it.
I love this part of the show. I don't know any of this shit.
Alberto was diagnosed with testicular cancer at age 20. Today, he's undetectable. He spreads awareness on social media with the hashtag check your nuts, which is better than I'm not fucking around here.
Holy shit.
Okay, so did the Girl Scout with the conspicuous name tag Megan look familiar?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking about? When was there a Girl Scout?
When they go to the convenience store in Pennsylvania.
Was she a Girl Scout?
Oh, that one.
I thought she just worked at the ice cream shop.
Me too.
Oh, well, maybe that's why she had a name tag.
I think she was an employee, Kevin.
All right.
Yeah, she just was dressed in her little ice cream outfit.
It's the same color green. I'm just saying. Same.
You know what? It's cookie season. That's why he's programmed to think everyone's a Girl Scout right now.
Yeah, someone bring this man some cookies.
I know he fishes up at the reservoir. He must have a cabin near there.
So that's Lindsay Arnold. She would play Sammy and Lucas's daughter, Allie, for 3 years on Days of Our Lives.
Oh, I don't watch that one. Sorry.
You don't? I thought that was one of yours.
No.
So her character, Allie, helped expel the literal devil right out of her twin brother, Johnny, only to get possessed herself.
Wait.
No good deed, am I right?
There was another possession storyline on Days of Our Lives?
Oh, a bunch of people got
After
possessed.
the Marlena possession storyline, there was a different possession storyline? That's wild. So maybe I have watched a little Days of Our Lives.
How many people have been on Days of Our Lives with an eye patch? Just one?
You mean Patch?
Was that his name? I feel like there was a guy with an eye patch.
Yeah, his character's name is Patch.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's all I remember about that show.
So, who's playing Principal Bernstein?
Travis and Jordan. There's a few of each, but maybe Travis Barstow and Jordan Messina. They're both on the wrestling team. Zach's the equipment manager.
That's Jordan Gelber, 12 Law & Order appearances. He originated the role of Brian in the R-rated Muppet parody musical Avenue Q.
Oh.
So he's the one on the soundtracks that sang those Broadway classics, It Sucks to Be Me, and everyone is a little bit racist.
Wow.
Lastly, who is the hot mess playing Judge Janine Pirro?
You don't need to oversell, counselor. Mr. Brzezinski, bail is set at $500,000.
Yeah, that's hot mess Janine Pirro.
Yes,
yeah.
it is. I was going to give that one to John.
Forgive me for not knowing who this woman is off the top of my head, but this is a real life terrible person playing herself.
Yes. She used to be like way more normal, and then she became a judge. And now she's not normal anymore. And she's like a media personality.
Wow. And that was like a pretty quick little cameo, too.
Just last week, Janine Pirro, who is on Fox's The Five.
And the Jinx.
And is responsible for, $750 million worth of libel. She, just last week, went on television to say that President Biden's dog Commander was biting people because he was protecting Hunter's cocaine.
Okay.
She's blaming inflation on immigrants because they need to eat.
Okay.
And she suggested the U.S. bomb Mexico to stop shoplifting. And she called her black co-host an Oreo, while her other white co-host called him a Cadbury egg. So everyone might be a little bit racist, but some people are picking up the slack for the rest of us. So they confront Miss Barnap with the fact that she slept with Travis and Jordan. So why would they believe her when she said that she didn't sleep with Zach? So she says,
I never approached Zach. I never texted him. He's a good student. There was never any need for tutoring.
Tutoring? Is that what you're calling it?
So her defense is, I only fucked the stupid ones.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was interesting was that she she presented it. She basically said, like, I'm helping these kids because these kids have abuse issues at home. And she is literally doing the exact opposite of helping these kids, but she is literally only fucking them up more. Literally fucking them and then fucking them up more.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but you know what I would do if the hot teacher was trading sex for extra credit? I'd start failing.
Well, that's disgusting, Kevin.
Forgot my homework. Oops.
Because you want to be abused, Kevin?
No, because I want to get reams of paper. I'd be like, Battle of Hastings? Nope, where's your car?
Where's your RAV4?
Yeah. So they burst into the coach's home looking for Zach. And there's like 2 bottles of beer. So they must have been here. And then they go in the basement and find hanging on the wall all sorts of photos of wrestlers stretching and mostly just walking around looking sad. I'm wondering, who's taking these photos? And like, why from such a long distance?
But why does it have to look like a murder board too? Why does he have them all just stuck up all like willy-nilly? Why can't any person just have like normal photos on like a normal bulletin board? Why does it look like he just stuck them all there, just all over each other, all crazy?
Or why aren't they sexy? I will just say, if he's actually a predator, why does he have photos that are not sexual in nature at all?
I don't want to tell the pedophile how to do things, but he is a wrestling coach and has the opportunity to take lots of photos of boys rolling around with each other.
Yes.
Instead, it's like, here's sad Keanu in the woods, walking around, I'm so sad the coach abused me.
That's right.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to whack it to that memory.
Yeah. You know how we know that photos weren't particularly perverted?
How?
Was that none of the cops present said, I can't even look at this.
I can't even look at it.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
Well, the clue is that many of these pictures are taken in the woods, so they think the coach probably has a cabin somewhere. So they track down as many of the former students as possible to ask them about that instead of, I don't know, checking property records on the UNIVAC that they've been using for photos. It's like, does he own chickadee chick chick chick? Yeah, he happens to own property.
On a teacher's salary at that.
Yeah. Well, Nate tells him like he thinks Basinski has a cabin close to an old-fashioned general store with a Viking out front somewhere in rural Pennsylvania, and that's all Benson needs to know to find him.
Yes.
The entire state of Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. They were there immediately.
Yeah. It took 2 days to rule out that those tits weren't the lunch ladies, but everybody get in the car. So I'm not sure why the Girl Scout would know.
She's not a Girl Scout.
All right.
I mean, a Girl Scout can work at the ice cream shop. She can do both.
Yeah. So the general store with the Viking, which was, apropos
what was
nothing.
It called? Like Valhalla Sweet Treats? Or, I mean, what was, did it say Valhalla? It did.
Yeah. Well, the Girl Scout knows. I'm going to keep calling her Girl Scout because
she's a Girl Scout now.
Kiss my ass. She's a Girl Scout now, yes. She could be both things. You don't know what she does when she gets off
Women
of work.
are capable of anything.
That's right. She knows where, Coach B fishes, and that he still, drives that SUV. And everyone in town knows who he is. Even those troopers were like, hey, man, he's been here for years. He fishes at the reservoir. He gets his groceries at the general store. He brings young boys deep into the woods. We had no idea what was going on.
Want the same expert advice you get from the pros in the store while shopping online at DiscountTire.com? Meet Treadwell, your personal online tire guide that matches you with the perfect tire for your vehicle. Get your best match in 1 minute or less with Treadwell by Discount Tire.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
All right, now let's take a look at the second half of this episode. Detectives learn Basinski catfished Zach, who says he was just trying to help the kid who came from a broken home.
You drugged him. I fed him. Okay, I gave him a beer, too. I wanted him to feel like a man. He has no friends. He has no life.
You know how to pick them.
The ones who need help? Yeah, I do. You guys even hear yourselves? I gave him a home on the team. I taught him how to wrestle.
He was grooming them.
The wrestling coach's arraignment for kidnapping and raping a student draws huge media coverage. So much so that Zach's parents tell ADA Kenneth O'Dwyer that they won't let their son testify. Benson and Dodds approached Nate about reporting Basinski's past assault, but he refuses. Instead, he shows up at the precinct with something even better. It's a video of him torturing the coach into confessing to all the rapes that he's done. Creasy and Finn rush to Basinski's house to rescue him, but he finally bleeds out in the ambulance. When Olivia tells Nate that he's going to be charged with murder, Nate seems satisfied that his rapist died a slow, painful death.
Rebecca, would you say this is a Stefan episode? Because we've got horny teachers, we've got pedophile coaches, we've got violent stabbing, murder. I mean, there's a lot that happens in this episode. If you break it down into like 3 acts, we've got a lot of action in here.
Let me try it, right? This episode has everything. Horny teachers, catfishing wrestling coaches, a Girl Scout working at a convenience store with a Viking out front,
a ball gag wearing college grad.
So they're questioning Basinski, and he says that sports are good for young men. You know, it's like... Yeah, it's like kind of code so like gross. That athletes make the best targets. He looks at Dodds and says, yeah, I bet you played football.
I bet you played football, huh? Or box.
Why does he assume that Ice-T didn't play sports? Why does he just look at Ice-T and go, eh? And then looks at Dodds and he's like, but you're my beefcake.
It's pretty easy because one of them would kick his ass and the other one is a giant baby.
Yeah. But like just calling out Dodds like that, it's like when the serial killer could smell that Rollins was pregnant.
Yes.
A little weird.
Yes, that's the same season, right? That's the same season.
Yeah, what's with these people?
Predators, man. Just gonna predators. They're just gonna, you know.
Predators, they're not like us. So speaking of shame, Janine Pirro plays the arraignment judge for this December 24th hearing. And what is her first line?
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays, everybody. Well, look who just became the leading field marshal in the war on Christmas. Yeah, take that, conservatives. And she's like, hey, happy Kuka Kwanzaa to you, Detective Tutuola.
Janine!
That burns. It burns. It must
It's
burn.
amazing. I actually enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Giuliani's cameo. I really did. Because it really is so much closer in time that, like, to her crazy downfall. You know what I mean? This is what, 6 years ago? This is not that long ago.
Yeah.
It's really
wow. Yeah. I did not catch that at all. I'm so glad to be finding this out.
So they try to get Nate to testify. So they hint that, merely filing the report might be enough for Basinski to take a plea. So he'd never really have to testify in open court. And he refuses, but then he shows up with a video of him torturing a confession out of Basinski.
Tell him what you did in your own words. You're having a hard time, but this is not Inspector Joe!
And he confessed of his own free will?
I encouraged him.
Now remember, every other time they get evidence on video, someone shuts it off and says, I can't watch anything. And then Liv stops the tape, asks a question, and then starts again to watch more of it. She's like, I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool with torture porn. They just don't want to. They don't want to see the kid stuff that their job is is that they're supposed to do for work. But if it's just some good old torture porn, they're definitely down for that.
What did Nate say when he brought it in? When they were like, are you here to do this? And he's like, I have something even better.
Even better. I got his confession right here.
Is it those Girl Scout cookies that you forgot to pick up in Pennsylvania?
Dude, and what is that guy's job? I mean, I don't know New York super well, but it seems like his full-time job is putting salt on sidewalks. So,
moving big bags.
You know, that's like all he does. Yeah, he's a salt guy. That's like all he does.
Right. There's no snow anywhere. They shot this in September, but you know, it's like we got to pretend like you got to throw the salt down here. It's Christmas.
No wonder Santa was so sad.
Judge Janine said, "Happy holidays." You know. So.
Hey, it's cold in New York.
Yeah.
You know, you got to keep the salt on the ground.
So in the end, they renegate his rights, and they really, really insist that he get a lawyer.
You have the right to remain silent. I know all that. You have the right to an attorney.
I don't need one.
Yes, you do.
Because, you know, you wouldn't want to do something incriminating, like bring a video of yourself committing the crime.
Want the same expert advice you get from the pros in the store while shopping online at discounttire.com? Meet Treadwell, your personal online tire guide that matches you with the perfect tire for your vehicle. Get your best match in 1 minute or less with Treadwell by Discount Tire.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries plus napkins plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus is Central Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
All right, let's take a look at the real-life story that inspired this episode. It's time for Rip from the Headlines.
You think you know who did it. You think you know who did it. But you don't know who did it. You don't know who did it. Rip from the Headlines.
Some inspiration for this episode comes from the real life of former teacher Mary Kay Letourneau. A married mother of 4, Letourneau was an elementary school teacher outside of Seattle. In 1996, she began a sexual relationship with her 12-year-old student, Vili Falau. Police discovered the two in a parked car, but she escaped arrest when Falau lied about his age. Months later, Letourneau became pregnant with his baby and was charged with second-degree child rape. She took a plea, served 3 months behind bars, and was ordered to stay away from Falau. But 2 weeks after her release, coppers again found the couple in a parked car. The judge revoked her plea deal and sentenced her to 7.5 years in prison. She gave birth to their second child while behind bars. After her release, the couple got married in 2005 in a ceremony filmed by Entertainment Tonight. He was 22 years old, she was 43. They remained a source of public fascination throughout their 14-year marriage. Letourneau claimed their love was eternal and endless, but Falau eventually viewed the origins of their relationship as unhealthy. They separated in 2019. Mary Kay Letourneau died of colorectal cancer in July 2020 at the age of 58. Vili Falau was at her bedside when she passed.
I started thinking about the age spread there, and that's like a James Woods kind of...
Yes.
That was, I mean, at the end there. Letourneau's father was a right-wing U.S. congressman from California. His political career ended when Mary Kay was a teenager. It was revealed that her father had 2 children out of wedlock with a former student of his. She'd been a student. The mother of the children had been a student of his at Santa Ana College. So, as the public service announcement said, I learned it by watching you,
Dad.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, if there's one thing that this show has taught me, real talk, the abused can become the abuser.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And the other thing the show has taught me, when someone's dead, you can say whatever you want about them. Mary Kay Letourneau was a real piece of shit. Have you ever seen that interview that she did with, what's her face? on
the Diane Sawyer?
The Diane Sawyer interview, which they sort of recreated in the movie May, December, where she tries to convince Billy that like he was in charge when they were together when he was a child, and she's like, who was the boss? You were the boss. It's disgusting. She was a real piece of shit.
You pursued me.
Oh my God. It's like turns my stomach. It's nuts.
Well, the Oscars are this weekend, and the movie Made December is nominated for Best Original Screenplay. It's got 4 Golden Globe nominations, a ton of film festival awards. It's a loosely veiled look at the Letourneau couple here. That's now the boy is in his 30s, and those babies are going off to college. And Rebecca, I know you watch it. What did you think of the themes of that movie?
I think that it's a fucking crime that Charles Melton was not nominated for an Oscar for that movie. He was incredible.
Yeah, he crushed it. He did really good in that.
He was incredible. I thought that the movie was super fucking weird, but very mesmerizing. And, it's a very, when I say loosely based, it's definitely loose, but at the same time, really, it captures, I think, the essence of that interview we saw, and it definitely captures the essence of the fascination and the morbid fascination. I think people had them. That's sort of the gist of it, is like the morbidity and sort of the brokenness of Letourneau. I mean, Julianne Moore is just like that sort of gross fragility where it's like you don't have a moment of empathy for her even when she's breaking apart. It's exactly, I think, what we saw with that disgusting woman.
Letourneau is definitely the FNOG of female pedophile teachers.
Oh, wow. The FNOG.
Nice.
Very good. I'm glad you're the best winner. You're the best one. Yeah. But John, what do you think of these circumstances like the older female predator frames the abuse as something romantic? Is that for her or is that for the victim?
I think it's one of those things where, it's just, it's a way to feel, in her case, to feel better about herself and frame it that way and try to make it into, I think, a lot of something that we see on the show and probably in real life, especially, with pedophiles is trying to romanticize everything about it, and be like, well, we were just, star-crossed lovers, like age doesn't matter. Like we were in love, and trying to turn it into a beautiful love story when it's actually, just a disgusting pile of shit.
Yep.
So while she was in jail for the second time, Letourneau and Folau co-wrote a book that was published in France. It was called Only One Crime, Love.
Oh my God!
Which seems like
the French love love. They love love so much.
They were totally into that.
Yes, like they were
like, oh,
they're like Jerry Lewis, Mary Kay Letourneau.
But isn't the president of France? Didn't he marry his teacher? What's his face? Like the president of France, dude, Macron, is married to his former teacher. Is he not? I believe he is.
Well, after he read the book, he's like, cuckoo, cachoo.
Oh, my, yeah.
I got an idea.
That's right. If there was one crime I will commit, it would be l'amour.
It is this one.
That's right.
It was for love.
So 2 weeks after completing her jail sentence in 1998, she had been ordered to stay away from Folau, that's when they were caught in that parked car. So among the things they found in the car were $6,000 in cash, her passport, and receipts for other purchases. Those purchases included 2 dermatology treatments, which she said were for her and for her lawyer, okay? And receipts for men's and young men's clothing. She said that those were not for Folau. She said she bought those things for herself because she liked wearing oversized men's clothing. And that was the last time she ever got into an adult man's pair of pants. That is going to do it for us. We want to thank our special guest, our winner, Jon Gregory. John, where can our listeners follow you online?
I guess the best way to find me would be on Instagram. My rap name is J Waves. I've been making music for a long time under various monikers, but J Waves is the one that is most current and applicable. You can find me on Instagram at all one word official J Waves. And I believe I'm the same on Twitter. And just to reference Twitter real quick, I just want to give you guys your flowers real quick. Rebecca, always enjoy you, especially calling Kevin out on his bullshit. And Kevin, I do a off and on a Bachelor Nation recap style podcast called Bachelor Massacre. And I just want to say, Kevin, you have straight up been an influence on me in my recapping style. When I recap episodes, you really crush it. And
thank you.
The reason why I'm jumping to this off Twitter is because I did tweet at you one time about 4 years ago to praise you for your use of the term throat yogurt.
So proud.
Which was also paired with gentleman's relish and one other one that I can't remember.
Baby batter.
But that was...
I guarantee it was baby batter.
Throat yogurt may be one of the goats when it comes to when it comes to cum.
I'm partial to knuckle chowder. Yeah.
Back off, ladies. He's all mine.
All right. Well, congratulations, John. Thanks for being on. Reb Dog.
Yes.
Your rap name.
Yes.
Where can our listeners follow you?
You can find me everywhere at Reb Lavoie.
You can track me on Twitter at Kevin P. Flynn. You can also tweet to us at Law & Order Pod or follow us on Instagram at These Are Their Stories Podcast. Or like and subscribe on YouTube and TikTok. Our newsreader was Cy Frater. Our theme music was composed and performed by Uncanny Valleys. Content assistance from Travis Roy. Lily Flynn handles promotions. All clips in this podcast were used in compliance with U.S. Copyrights Act fair use exemption for criticism and commentary. Go to lawandorderpodcast.com and sign up for our newsletter for a chance to be our next Law & Order Marathon winner. These Are Their Stories was recorded in the Treehouse Yoga Studio above the Mockingbird Cafe in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi studio and is a production of Partners in Crime Media.
Partners in Crime Media. Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.